Hi everyone, it's Skylar. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to mostly the freshman class of 2020. I'm going to be giving some freshman advice to you guys going into high school because I know it's kind of scary and you guys probably have a lot of questions. So yeah, hopefully this helps some of you guys out. Okay, so the first tip that I have, it's like the partying and drinking and drugs, that kind of stuff. Like, I know that this really does depend on your school because I know for a lot of people like this doesn't even start until like later on in high school, but for my school, a lot of people, started early and started in 8th grade. So if you are in a situation where like you're kind of a part of that crowd, my biggest tip is to just like get out of it, because the people you surround yourself with are a huge influence on what you do and like how you think. And even if you think that you're not going to be influenced by peer pressure, I mean, it's only going to hurt you in the long term and also in the short term. Like, drinking doesn't really solve your problems. Also, like, these people that are going to these parties with you and are drinking with you, like, they're not going to really be there for you in the times when you need them. Like, they're only going to be there for you when you want to drink, because that's the kind of friends that they are. And you're going to, like, start feeling like you have nobody just because, like, they don't want to help you out. Like, all they're going to say is, like, oh, well, let's just drink because that's what we do. And that kind of brings me to my next point, is people change, and you're going to have to learn to, like, really accept that, because the people that you're friends with in middle school are not going to be, like, your go-tos at the end of high school. And a lot's going to change. A lot's going to change in how people think, how people act, how they do in school. Like, a lot of stuff's going to change. And next is upperclassmen. I really recommend getting close with upperclassmen and creating friendships with them, because, not only will they help you in classes, but they're also just going to help you a lot in the future for any questions you may have. And if you don't know how to meet upperclassmen, because obviously if you aren't really involved in these clubs or activities, or you don't have classes with them, you're not really going to be able to meet them and make these friendships. So I recommend going out of your way to like join a club and join an activity. I'm in marching band, and that starts in the summer. I met a ton of upperclassmen, and like it was really great. And I'm not saying to go out and join marching band, because not everybody plays an instrument, but try to find a certain club or activity that appeals to you. And also just meeting people in general is really great, because you're going to be opened up to a lot of new people. And shielding yourself in like one little bubble from your middle school is not going to be like the best idea, because people change, like I said, and you're not always going to want to be surrounded with them. You're going to want to like open up. Hopefully you're going to want to open up. I don't know. But hopefully you're going to want to meet new people. And yeah, this next tip kind of appeals to like myself. I don't know if this is going to help everybody, but going somewhere other than your house to do homework helps a lot. And I don't really know why. I think it's like being distracted by like everything in your house and just wanting to like sit in bed. But like when you go to a certain place to do a certain thing, like you get it done, because like that's what you're there for. You're not there to just like sit on your phone. You're there to do your homework. So if you have a really big test coming up, or like a quiz, I don't know, or just homework, then I recommend going someplace. And I really like to go to Starbucks to do this stuff, because number one, you get a Starbucks drink, and number two, just a really nice setting to do homework. I don't know why, for me at least. But, also going to a library, that's normal. People go to the library to do work. So. And my next tip is to make a playlist for schoolwork and stuff. Usually I like to listen to like kind of chill music when I'm doing homework or anything revolving school. Music honestly helps me a lot to focus on the work and to get it done, except for when I'm doing math. I cannot listen to music when I'm doing math, because math, I need to really focus when I'm doing math, and if I like listen to music, I'm just gonna be like so distracted. So yeah, but if you can do music and math, then go ahead. My next tip is going to be like one of the most, I don't know how to describe it, one of the most like easiest things to not do, but like people just always do it. This is kind of generated towards more girls, but like talking to like senior boys or like even juniors is just like not radical. Like, what are these hands? Just don't be naive, you know what I mean? Like, you go into freshman year and you know this. Like, I think every single girl knows not to do it, But, you know, there's always gonna be the exception, and there's always gonna be, like, that situation where you're like, oh, I don't know. And 9 times out of 10, it's just not gonna be great, and I don't know. Like, it's a really iffy subject, but I'm just putting that out there if you don't already know. And my next and final tip is if you have a YouTube. So, if you're watching this video, you might have a YouTube. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you do. So, I'm just gonna, like, basically sum up my freshman year having a YouTube channel. I went into a high school with one other school, middle school that is, and obviously they didn't know about my YouTube. And obviously, you know, you kind of just have to not care when it comes to these things. Like, you kind of just have to realize that, like, them finding out is not even, like, it shouldn't even faze you, but obviously it is. Like, I'm not just gonna, like, throw out there, like, oh, just don't let it get to you, because obviously it is. Biggest thing that I learned in freshman year, and I hope that you guys learn too, because it is such a valuable thing to know, to just carry on throughout your entire life, is to not care what people think of you. The sooner you don't care, the sooner they'll just forget about it. You know, people are generated by what you give. Like, if you give them, like, the satisfaction of you being like, oh my god, like, don't say I have a YouTube, don't tell people, then they're gonna, like, tell people because it's funny. But, like, the best way to react if somebody is making fun of your YouTube channel is to just not care and to let them know that, yeah, you have. Just being confident about what you do is such a nice trait to have, and people look up to that. And also, public service announcement. If you're taking Algebra 2 in freshman year, just bless you. Like, I hope you're okay, and I hope you don't die. It was a struggle, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I had many nights where I literally just stared at my notebook and started crying because I did not know what the heck was going on in that class. So yeah, that was my video for all of you freshmen out there. I hope you guys all enjoyed and learned something from this. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. It will make my day completely. And I know I've said this in the past 2 videos, but we are really close to 600 subscribers, which makes me so happy. And I can't thank you guys enough. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye!